So I'm going to revisit the Hornby International series of G8.1 locomotives. It's a Prussian design. Obviously the first variant here is the original Prussian livery. And you've got the large lamps that I guess were probably petroleum lamps. The next one in the line is in the Jouef range. The first one is from the Rivarossi range. So you've got the Jouef SNCF 040D, and they've done modification to the smoke box door to give it the Nord style. They've also shortened the chimney because I guess the loading gauge in that area of France was slightly lower. And other sort of details that highlight it as a French version. You've got the screen for running underneath catenary. It just stops anything protruding up and zapping the crew. And another toolbox or bit of equipment up there that's unique to the model. And at the back here we've got a Deutsche Bundesbahn version as a BR56. And you've got the triple lamps on that. The French and the Prussian versions only have double lamps. So they've done quite a lot to make them unique, and of course to do different variants, so at the end of the day to get the best usage out of the tooling. Now it's a comment on one of my videos that spurred this revisit, saying that the sound wasn't great, and in all honesty I'm not sure what I'm missing here. It is a Zemo sound decoder, it's got two speakers. I've done a little bit of work to increase the volume on them. Maybe that was the problem. Also, at the end of the day, it's going through my camera and then it's getting compressed to a video file and finally compressed onto YouTube. So I wonder if that's having an effect on the sound. It's a funny one. I'd say they've done a really good job. It's a 21st century model of this loco. Both of the Trix and the Fleischmann versions are about 30 years old now, maybe younger for the Trix one. The Fleischmann one certainly is showing its age. It's got the big pancake motor and it's still got light bulbs. Trix one I haven't seen recently, but the chassis was quite plain. There wasn't, from what I remember, they weren't as highly detailed as these models. And to go through all the different variations, lots of nice riveting on the cab roof. I think they've got a firebox glow. I need the sound on. Oh yeah, there's the glow. I think you get coal shoveling when the sound is on. They're all on the same address, so and I like these curtains on the cab, so the crew would be able to keep some warmth in winter. So I'm not 100% sure where the comment's coming from. As I say, maybe it's just a little bit, the sound was a bit distorted in my recording, and of course I'm doing it again on the same camera, so there we are. It's quite nice is that they all have unique soundscapes. So this loco has a dynamo, so it has electric lamps, and when you turn the sound on you can hear the turbo generator come on. You can hear it spooling down now as I turn it off. If I remove this one from the equation, these ones, when we put the sound on, have a standard profile without the turbo generator. Two different styles of whistle there. You've got German whistle on the front, and you've got a very high-pitched French whistle on this one. So they're doing specific work for the different models. The motors are in the locomotives, so driving the main wheels. And they seem to run smoothly. They've got die-cast tenders and die-cast bodies and the boiler. So there's good weight to them. So yeah, I actually believe that they're pretty good models. Of course I shouldn't really respond to every comment I receive on the web. Life is too short. But I just wanted to check it out. It's sort of pretty sure at the time I didn't note any discrepancies with the sound, and this time I don't either. So here's another variation on a theme. This is the Belgian Series 81. And they've done the unique lighting, the chimney design there. And obviously this bright scheme as well. The Belgian locos seem to have some of the brightest painting. They do run really nicely. They have the NEN coupler pockets as well. These are all Zemo sound fitted, so high quality sound. I made small adjustments to the sound output. They're a little bit muted when delivered. And Hornby International followed up the BR55 series of steam locomotives with their rebuilds, the BR56-2s. And on the surface you think, oh yeah, there's going to be some parts transfer. In the end, I think both locos are completely different, both models, even down to the tender, which you'd think would transfer across. If I pull it forward, you'll see that the axle spacing is different on this tender from this tender. So, and you've got the extended coal hopper, or different shape coal hopper anyway. So in the end, I don't think there was anything usable from the 55 series on the model of the 56-2, which had a much higher, larger boiler, improved accessibility to service it. So even the wheelbase doesn't appear to have much commonality. It's a difficult one, but I think the spacing appears to be different as well. So yeah, it's one of those things that on paper you think, oh, we'll make more models out of it, but in reality I don't think there's a single part that has transferred across. So the latest generation of Hornby International steam locos seem to be quite underrated out there. I think they've done beautiful work on the detail, on the materials choice, incorporating all these different changes in all the variants. They run well, so they're a bit of a sleeper out there on the market. I'm looking forward to the Italian 685 class. It's a 262 tender loco. I think they've got inside valve gear as well. inside running gear on the model, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. I believe they're also working on the Hentel-Wegmann loco, although it's very quiet on that front. My wish is that is a completely new tooling. I think the older tooling is ancient, so they've got to do something. So yeah, I'm looking forward to them, and I'm just constantly surprised that these are overlooked in comparison to much older Fleischmann and Trix locos.